Is this leasehold land or freehold land? In this video, I'm going to be speaking about the differences between the both concepts. If you're new here, consider subscribing right below there. Let's get into this video now. One of the major distinctions between leasehold property and freehold property is the level of control that the person exercises over the land. Let's say, for example, this is freehold land. It means that the title owner would have absolute and indefinite control over this property until he dies, or he sells it to someone else, or he gifts it to someone else, or even if he creates a lease. Unlike if it's a leasehold property, it's more like a sort of rental arrangement for a specified period of time under stipulated guidelines. So it could be a 99 years lease, it could be a 999 years lease. It means that the person who has the interest in the property would be able to operate within that property within that particular time. But when the lease expires, it then means that it's going to revert to the person who is the freeholder. So that's a major distinction between leasehold and freehold property. Freehold, he's the full owner. Leasehold, he is subject to the conditions in the lease, but the owner of the property, the actual owner, is the freeholder. In both of the properties, they must be registered with the relevant governmental departments. Let's move on to a different distinction. Guys, another major distinction between leasehold and freehold property is when it comes to conditions and covenants. Let's say, for example, this is leasehold property. Now, you won't see on a piece of property a big sign leasehold freehold. You normally have to check the legal document to see the tenureship of or how the land is being held. So this is leasehold property. In the legal document, you will see a condition which speaks about not subletting unless there's permission from the title owner. You'll also see if you have to do any kind of constructions or change in nature of the property, you also have to get permission from the title owner. There's also obligations on the title owner to ensure that the property is being, there's quiet enjoyment for the person who has the interest in the property, as well as there's the option to renew, option to purchase as well. Unlike freehold property, no kind of condition like that at all. The major condition would be for the purchaser to pay his monies within the stipulated period of time, the lump sum, the case would be, to the vendor, and that's it. Now, I want to also make the distinction, well, not really a distinction, but the similarity. If it is that this is leasehold property or freehold property and there's need for construction or some lovely, see, I'm outside, you guys, I'm being bitten by mosquitoes and there's birds and all of that, but lovely place. So let's say that there's need for planning, there's need to do some kind of construction or so. On the both property, leasehold or freehold, you would need to get planning permission from the relevant government department. Another point that parties must remember is for leasehold and freehold property, you can't just use your property as you wish to cause nuisance to your neighbor. Yeah, so that's a point that you must remember. Leasehold, freehold. Let's go on to my next point. So my last category of distinction between leasehold and freehold property is when it comes to the cost and value of the land. Let's say, for example, you want to purchase a piece of land. So you go onto social media, doing some search there, or you even read the classified ads. Yes, people still read the classified ads in the papers. Yeah. Or you're driving on the road and you see a sign, land for sale. You make inquiries, you call, you find out what's the cost of the land, and it's quite impressive. The value is quite cheap. So what you want to do is firstly inquire, is this leasehold or freehold property? Because if it's leasehold, you would remember, based on my distinctions earlier, that this property is only being held for a specific period of time. So it means that your interest and the value of the property is going to depreciate each year you hold this property until it completes, and either you could renew the lease, you could purchase the property, or it reverts to the freeholder of the property. Or if it's freehold, it means that you have this property until you're ready to dispose of it. So if you carry any of these title documents to the bank, most banks would give loans or mortgages on the property. But again, you would have to get permission from the title owner if it's leasehold property. And remember that the value depreciates, so it means that you're going to get a smaller loan as compared to a freehold property. Yeah. So I'm hoping that those are some good distinctions for you guys, because I would normally see these advertisements at really good prices for lands. But you need to be mindful, leasehold or freehold. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your support through these videos. You realize that I'm outside because I'm going to start to be doing some videos, some field trips. I'm going to get you on some field trips and speak about different aspects of the law. Remember, on this channel, we simplify the law and we speak about how it applies to our everyday life. So if you haven't, I'm inviting you to consider to subscribe right below there. and check some of my other videos. You may learn 1 or 2 things about the law. Yeah, you guys take care. Thank you for your support. Bye.